Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be diving into a very overdue update to the Deck of Panning Project Pan. If this is your first time hearing about this project, first of all, welcome. This is a project that was created by Emily. Her channel is Emily and Max. She created it last year in 2021 and it was a smashing success. So we are back again this year working on this project. Now, ordinarily, this project has 5 prompts that you work off of, but I have drawn the add a product category twice now, so I am currently working on 7. And because this update is so wildly overdue, 6 of those 7 projects have goals hit. And in fact, go ahead and pause the video and put down in the comments what you think the product is that I have not hit goal on. I think a lot of you will probably get it, but let's go ahead and jump into the items that I am working on and whether or not I've hit goal. So the item that has been in the longest at this point is this right here. This is a Becca mini highlighter in the shade Moonstone. I pulled this in for the prompt, Your Birthstone. I am a June baby. I just recently had a birthday and I wanted to hit pan on this and I am excited to show you. Yeah. I have pan on this, which is awesome because this has been in here for many months now. This was brand new when I pulled it into this project. So I am absolutely thrilled that I have pan on another product in my collection, especially highlighters, because you guys, my highlighter collection is out of control. So that is one down. The next item that I am working on is this eyeshadow stick right here. This is from the brand Mally. I thought this company was not around, but I feel like I've seen them kind of coming back. So I don't know if you can still get your hands on this. I have this in the shade Burnished Bronze, and I struggled with this. The color itself is really pretty. This is definitely the kind of shade that I tend to gravitate towards. However, I personally don't really love the formula. I pulled this in for the prompt to honor another project pan, and I am sadly not participating in the Partners in Cream project pan this year, and I miss it. I miss it very much, so I pulled this in for that project with the goal of using it 15 times, and I have surpassed that. So I've actually used this 18 times in total, 10 times since our last update, so it is also rolling out of this project. The next item that I am working on is for the prompt a random color generator, and I'll pop up a picture of that color, but I pulled in a single eyeshadow from Clionadh. This is in the shade Morgana. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, it is what I have on my eyes along with some other products. But this is one that I wanted to use 10 times, and sadly this is my stinker. Not stinker in the sense that it's a bad product. It's a stinker in the sense that I haven't hit my goal on it. I wanted to use it 10 times. I've used it an additional 4 times since our last update for a total of 6, meaning that we have 4 more uses to go. It's just not been on the forefront of my brain, so I haven't been using it as often as I should, but I'm very much hoping to have it as a goal met for next month. I am also working on this product right here. This is an eyeliner from the brand Beauty For Real. This was pulled in for the prompt, something that you only own 1 item from the brand, and it is this really lovely eyeliner right here. I am not gonna lie, I completely forgot the assignment, and I've just been using this like crazy. Now that's not a bad thing by any means, but it was my goal to use that 30 times. And since our last update, I've used it 26 times. I really like this eyeliner. So I have definitely hit my goal because I was sitting at, what, 12 uses at the last update. So I have hit my goal. But I do really quite like this a lot. My only complaint with it is that the component itself is broken, so you can't like wind it up and down. So that is kind of a bummer, but I really enjoy this product and it will probably stay in my top drawer so that I can continue using it because I really have ended up liking it a lot. I do have an empty, but I don't have the product here with me. It is from Palmer's, it's their Cocoa Butter Stretch Lotion Cream. I pulled that in for the prompt, a body care item. I cannot find the packaging. So it's either still in a box someplace and I did something strange, or my husband was trying to be helpful and threw it out. And I use these air quotes because he doesn't understand why I keep empty containers. He doesn't understand why I keep my garbage. And he thinks it's weird. So he might have helped me out a little bit. I'm not sure, but I did use it up. I used it an additional 11 times since our last update. Even though it's just for stretch marks, I just used it like a body lotion and it was fine. It was fine. So it is done as well. For the prompt to honor another project, I think that's what it was, I am working on this baby right here. So the project that I chose was the Child of the 80s project pan, and the prompt within that I chose was the Goonies. It's something that was an adventure or difficult to find. And my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette was absolutely an adventure and very difficult to find, since at the time that I was able to finally get my hands on it, it had been discontinued in the United States for quite a while. I've since then, starting I think around Mother's Day, I saw it back in stock on the Natasha Denona website. So I don't know if it's coming back or if that was like a limited run, no idea. But this was definitely challenging to get my hands on, and I wanted to use it 10 times, which I have done. So that is another item that is rolling out. Moving us into our final product to talk about, and that is for the prompt sunscreen, and I pulled that in at the last update. As you can see, I have finished it off. This is a Dr. Dennis Gross Dark Spot Sun Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I did finish it off completely. It took me 22 uses. It was already pretty close to being empty at the time that I pulled it in, obviously. So this was not a challenge to get used up, and I've since moved on to a different SPF formula. Whew. So what that means is we have 6 new prompts to pull in. So this is going to be interesting. I do, of course, have my adorable Harry Potter playing cards. Both of my jokers are still in. I always leave them both in, even though per the rules you only need to have one. But my jokers are both sides of the Marauders map, and I just couldn't split it up. I just couldn't do it. So we're going to randomly pull 6 cards and go from there. So the first card is this right here. This is the King of Diamonds. Give it a quick go. This is what? This is the 8 of Spades. I'm sure pulling off the top would be a little bit more efficient, but alrighty, we have the Queen of Spades. We have the King of Spades. Got a lot of spades going on here. Alright, 2 more. This is the 4 of Clubs. And last one, no whammies, no whammies. We have the 6 of Diamonds. Okay, so let's pull out the game board and figure out what I am in for. All right, so the face cards we'll talk about first because they are the easiest. They are always the same. So I have 2 kings, but one is from a red suit and the other is from a black suit. So the red king is an oldest product. The black king is a newest product. The queen that I have is also of the black suits, and that is to represent another project pan. Then moving in to the others, we have an 8 of Spades, and that is going to be an influencer collab or brand. Very interesting. We have the 4 of Clubs, which is something nostalgic, and then we have the 6 of Hearts, and that is something to represent the season of autumn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick products, and we'll come back and we'll talk all about it. All right, guys, it has been seriously like an hour. That took for freaking ever. I had so much trouble trying to figure out what I wanted to put in for all of these categories. As you guys know, I do a ton of panning, so trying to find things that fit to each category, but that didn't overlap too much was adult Tetris. We'll just go with that. So I don't remember what order I chose all these cards in, so I do apologize if I get out of order, but we're gonna start with the King of Spades. The King of Spades, the prompt for that is newest item, and this honestly just arrived at my house the other day. This is an eyeliner from NYX. It is their, what is this? Their Epic Wear Liner Stick in the shade Gilded Taupe. This was randomly in my Ulta order. I don't know if it was like a gift with purchase sort of situation or what. I have no idea, but this is what it looks like there. It's this, I don't know why it's called Gilded Taupe. Usually when I think of taupe, I think of like kind of a grayy purple, and this is definitely like a warm sort of gold color. It's very pretty. It's just the name that is throwing me off. But it is the newest makeup product that I own, and I'm going to use this 30 times. The next prompt we're going to talk about is my King of Diamonds. This corresponds to an oldest product. Now, it doesn't have to be the absolute oldest product in your collection, just the oldest of a category. So I chose my oldest cream blush. This is from Seraphine Botanicals. This is in the shade Happy Hibiscus. I don't know if I've ever used this. And it's kind of a shame because I know it's real pretty. This is what it looks like right there. I remember this came in a subscription. I feel like it was like an Ipsy or something. And it was the thing that I was most excited to get, but it was missing from my bag or box or whatever it was. So I had to go through customer service and convince them to send me a new one. And then I never used it. How much sense does that make? So I do want to use this. We're gonna go with 15 times in the course of this project. The next one that we're gonna talk about is our Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades is to honor another project. And I chose Welcome to the Hellmouth. This is a Fantastic Ladies project that I wanted to join so badly. This is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer themed project. I am a huge Buffy fan. In fact, when my husband and I went on our very first date together, we actually bonded over our mutual love of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, that is a foundational piece of the entirety of my marriage. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so does he. So the prompt that I chose was Anya, which is a bunny themed product, and I chose this shade right here. This is from Glaminatrix, and this is the shade Bunny. I also have not used this before, so I do want to use this 10 times in the course of the project. It's right there. It's this really pretty kind of light teal blue that shifts to gold. It is really stinking pretty, and I have no idea why I have not used it at all, because I have too much makeup, that's why. So I would like to use it 10 times. Actually, yeah, my husband and I, we went on our first date in February of 2012. So I feel like we've been together for 10 years, 10 uses. That feels right. That feels right. The next card that we're going to talk about is my 8 of Spades. And this is an influencer collab or brand. So I actually chose also a very new item to my collection. This is from Vive, which is the brand that is owned by Jamie Genevieve, who I absolutely love. She is one of the OG YouTubers that I've been following forever, it feels like. But this is the Dimension Face Palette in the shade Dawn. There are 2 sort of lighter and deeper palettes in this collection, but it has 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I purchased this for myself for my birthday as a present to myself. And so I'm going to use this palette 41 times because I am 41. That equals out to 10 uses for each of them, plus 1 more. So I do want to do 10, 10, 10, and 10, and then 1 more from another place. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. So each, I feel like I explained that in a weird way. So each of the shades in here, I'm going to use 10 times plus 1. Okay, hopefully that made more sense that time. The next card that we're going to talk about is our 4 of clubs, and that is a nostalgic item. That took me a really, really, really long time to kind of figure out because I've decluttered so many things over the years that I don't have a lot that feels, at least right now to me, nostalgic. I'm sure if I were to go through literally everything I own, I would find some, but I decided to go with a body product. So this is from Bath & Body Works, and this is in the scent Magnolia Blossom. I don't think this is the original. Back in the day, I just told you I'm 41 years old. Back in the day, my 2 very favorite scents from Bath & Body Works were Gardenia and Magnolia. They have re-released both of those scents in slightly different variations over the years. So I think this is probably the most new version, but still the Bath & Body Works Magnolia was one of my favorites from a very long time ago. And so this scent to me is definitely nostalgic. And then finally, the last card that we chose was the 6 of Hearts, and that corresponds to autumn. Luckily, we're getting towards the tail end of summer, so autumn might be less of a stretch. I chose a lipstick because I'm apparently crazy, but I chose this beautiful brown lipstick because for me, deeper sort of chocolatey browns are very synonymous with fall. And I thought this would work out really well. Let's see if I can get you a decent swatch through all the other stuff that's on my hand. That is what it looks like there. It definitely has kind of this rusty, pumpkin-y undertone. Absolutely love this. This is from Mented. This is in the shade Foxy Brown. And I would like to use it, let's go with 20 times. That's a big number for me, but I feel like 20 times is definitely achievable. So there we have it. That is my update for the Deck of Panning Project Pan. Everyone that I can will be linked in the description box below. It'll have Emily down there as well as the community playlist. All of the rules, everything involved in this project is going to be down there. And certainly, if you are interested in joining us in this project, it is never too late to jump on board. We would love to have you participate. So hopefully I will see you in the next update. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.